Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Monday, January 6th. Coming up on Cullman Today, we'll hear about successes from two local organizations, Kurt's Closet and Good Samaritan Health Clinic. And Cullman Primary School has a new SRO. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. Kurt's Closet, a Cullman-based clothing ministry, is celebrating a successful 2024, having served over 3,500 clients, with 90% being children and youth ages 4 to 18. Founder Ashley Wilson called it their best year ever. Kurt's Closet provides clothing and accessories to people ages 19 and younger, while offering help to adults and families as resources are available. But it is no typical clothing closet. Kids who meet eligibility requirements can shop in a setting that feels like a typical specialty boutique, featuring only new and very gently used clothing, promoting their dignity by allowing them the retail experience, but without having to spend a single cent. The organization also provides new toys and winter clothes through its seasonal program, Kurt's Christmas. Kurt's Christmas served 553 children and their families this year. Wilson credits God, partnerships with other local organizations, her team, and the Cullman community for their successful year, saying, Kurt's Closet is so appreciative of all of our donors, from clothing donations to the supporters who support us financially. Plans for the 2025 year include the annual Clothed in Cullman fundraiser scheduled for May 8th and a soon-to-be-announced additional fundraising event that she says will be something new and fun for the entire family. If you'd like more information about how to donate money or goods, or to sign up for the organization's newsletter, visit www.kurtscloset.org. In other news, Good Samaritan Health Clinic also had an exciting year. The only free health clinic for adult residents in Cullman County who are medically uninsured and unable to pay for health care services, the clinic plans to break ground on a new location in March 2025 and to open in the late fall of 2025. The clinic has operated for the last 20 years out of the bottom floor of the Folsom Center. Director Jolanda Hudson says the move has three goals: to be better positioned to fulfill the mission over the long term, ensuring that they can continue making a meaningful difference in the lives of those they serve by expanding outreach and impact; to add a prevention and wellness component to service offerings; and to provide exceptional care for all uninsured residents. Including purchase of the property and construction of the 5,040 square foot building, the project is expected to cost $2.8 million. As of late December, Good Samaritan was within $200,000 of the goal. The clinic currently provides a range of services, including medications, lab work, diagnostic testing, referrals, dental extractions, mental health counseling, hearing evaluations, select vision care, social services, patient education, and community health screenings. If you would like to see if you qualify for their services, visit www.goodsamaritancullman.com. If anyone has questions or needs assistance completing the application, call 256-255-5963 for help. Also, if you're interested in making a donation, you can click on the red donate button for either annual campaign or new facility capital campaign. And rounding out our top stories this morning, Bill Fisher has joined the Cullman Police Department as an SRO for Cullman City Primary School. Fisher, formerly a Cullman County Sheriff's Office deputy and school resource officer, says he came out of retirement to be a servant again. Fisher said he was recently at a fundraiser for the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, and the idea of returning to the force took shape. Fisher began his new job as SRO at the Cullman City Primary School in December, with the goals of keeping everyone safe, encouraging everyone around him, and making a positive difference at the school and in the community. Fisher worked previously as an SRO at Fairview and Parkside. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up next, we'll dive into sports. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, Lady Raiders collect a win over Arab. Let's lead off today's sports with a recap from the Good Hope Lady Raiders' latest matchup on the hardwood. Good Hope built a big lead in the fourth quarter and held off a late push from the Knights to secure a 52-46 win. Ava McSwain got the scoring started for the Lady Raiders with a three from the right corner and a basket from Jolie McCann, giving them an early 5-0 lead. A layup by Sophie Conrad made it a 7-4 game, but Arab scored 5 straight points to grab a 9-7 lead. McSwain put in a reverse layup to tie the game up at 9, but a pair of free throws gave the Knights an 11-9 lead going into the second quarter. Lexi Marshall drained a three from the left wing, and McSwain dropped in a running floater to retake a 14-11 lead for the Lady Raiders. Another basket from McCann made it a 16-15 game, but Arab answered with a 7-1 run to pull ahead 22-17 late in the first half. However, McSwain nailed a short jumper, and Conrad sank a pair of free throws to cut the lead to 22-21 at halftime. Arab quickly pushed its lead to 26-21 early in the third, and that's when McSwain got red hot and scored 8 straight points to give Good Hope a 29-28 lead. Lucy Adams banked in a three from the left wing, and McSwain drained one from the right wing to keep the Lady Raiders in front 35-34 late in the third quarter. Marshall added a late layup to give Good Hope a 3-point lead going into the final frame. The Lady Raiders carried their momentum into the fourth quarter. Baskets by McSwain, Adams, and Marshall extended the lead to 43-36. Marshall buried another three, and after being fouled on a 3-point shot, McSwain hit all 3 free throws to push Good Hope's lead to double digits at 49-38. The Knights scored the next 7 points to trim the lead to 49-45, but a pair of free throws from McSwain and another one from Conrad helped seal a 52-46 win for the Lady Raiders. McSwain led Good Hope with a game-high 28 points to the win, and Marshall added 10. The Lady Raiders will be back in action tonight at Susan Moore. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Winter safety tips from the Alzheimer's Association. Cullman County CASA is in need of volunteers. Hope Horse's annual casino night, and a puzzle tournament at the library. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with 4 stories in under 4 minutes. With winter upon us, some unexpected dangers can lurk for those living with Alzheimer's and other dementia. But the Alzheimer's Association says being prepared and helping your loved ones take a few extra precautions during the winter months can help keep them safe. Be prepared for winter weather and have emergency plans in place. Help the person living with Alzheimer's dress warmly for winter weather conditions by wearing dry, loose-fitting layers and covering exposed skin. Help prevent slips by assuming all surfaces are slick, by taking smaller steps, and by slowing down. Take advantage of the daylight. Winter months bring decreased sunlight and shorter days. Visual perception can be a challenge for those living with Alzheimer's or other dementias and can cause increased confusion or disorientation in dark or shadowy environments, both inside and out. Prevent wandering, which is one of the most frequent and challenging problems that caregivers face. Shorter days during winter months can increase the risk of sundowning, so monitor closely for agitation or restlessness as day transitions into night. And finally, when caregivers get overwhelmed, don't hesitate to ask others for help with errands, grocery shopping, or snow and ice removal. The Alzheimer's Association 24/7 helpline provides reliable information and support to all those who need assistance at 1-800-272-3900. Cullman County CASA is in need of volunteers. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. CASA volunteers are appointed by a judge to recommend the best possible outcome for an abused or neglected child's future. Program Manager Candace Lingo said volunteers attend meetings at DHR, see the children, contact the family, and make sure that all the needs are being met. Lingo says, the most important part of what we do is make sure that the child's wishes are heard by the court. Volunteer requirements include being at least 21 years old, pass a criminal and DHR background check, have reliable transportation, complete a 30-hour training program, be sworn in by the judge. To submit an application or get more information, email Cullman County CASA at msn.com or call 256-739-1111. Hope Horses will host its annual casino night on Saturday, February 15th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Loft 212. The event will feature casino games, catered food by Johnny's Barbecue, and a live and silent auction. Tickets are $100 and may be purchased online. All proceeds will benefit the Hope Horses Therapeutic Riding Program for 2025. Hope Horses is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to providing safe and effective therapeutic horsemanship opportunities to children and adults with physical, cognitive, social, and emotional needs. Attendees are encouraged to reserve their spots early. For more information, visit www.hopehorsesinc.com. The main branch of the Cullman County Library System is hosting a puzzle tournament on Saturday, January 11th at 10 a.m. The library's assistant director, Shelby Creekmore, said this is the library's second tournament and they're excited to bring it back. Participants will be provided a puzzle at the Cullman Library on the morning of the tournament. Teams will need to be at the library by 10 a.m. to register and set up. Teams must have 4 to 6 members of all ages. To ensure there are enough puzzles, anyone interested in participating can email CullmanPublicLibrary@gmail.com. Creekmore said teams will have 2 hours to complete a 500-piece puzzle. The first 3 teams to complete the puzzle will win a small prize. For more information, visit the Cullman County Library's Facebook page. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Diane Rainey, 75 years of age, of Cullman, passed away on Thursday, January 2nd. There are no services planned at this time. Stephanie Laura. Funeral services for Stephanie Laura of Hanceville will be at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, January 7th at Hanceville Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow the service at Hopewell Cemetery in Hanceville. The family will welcome friends for visitation today from 6 to 10 p.m. at Hanceville Funeral Home. Reverend Carl Nuss of Cullman passed away on Friday, January 3rd. Public visitation for Reverend Nuss will be held Tuesday, January 7th from 1 to 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel until the funeral service at 2 p.m. The interment will follow at Hopewell Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look ahead at the weather forecast. Today there is a 20% chance of snow showers before 3 p.m. We'll see cloudy skies with a high near 33, with wind chill values between 18 and 26. West-northwest wind from 10 to 15 miles per hour, with wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tonight it'll be mostly cloudy with a low around 24, with chill values between 16 and 21, and a north wind around 10 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 37, and a north wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. And Tuesday night, mostly clear skies with a low around 20. Cullman, winter is here. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back in the morning at 6:30 a.m. But until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today, wishing you a marvelous Monday.